Hi Stampers, it's 𝘾𝙧𝙧𝙚 here from Stamping with Kelly, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for this video. We are going to do a new catalog tour. So this catalog started at the beginning of May, and things are selling out and then back in stock and selling out back in stock, but I want to let you know that this is one of my favorite catalogs that has come out. We are now doing a catalog every three times a year. Every 4 months there's going to be a new one released, and this is the full catalog. We also have a whole bunch of online exclusives, so make sure you check out my website at www.stampingwithkelly.stampinup.net, and you can shop online. When you purchase through me, if you're in Canada, you actually receive goodies. You can receive free card club projects. So we create 3 to 4 projects each month with an online tutorial, and I can send those anywhere in Canada. All you need to do is purchase at least $35 minimum. So that's a really great deal. If you purchase at least $100, you're actually going to get a free gift from me. You also have the ability to purchase the product of the month from Stampin' Up, and that's for just $7. So make sure you reach out to me. You can place an order, and I'd be happy to get you some crafting supplies. And all you need are stamps, and it's like saying stamps, a neutral ink color, and adhesive to put together your card club projects, and it comes with a full online tutorial, so it's a really great value. If you do want to place an order, there's a link in the pinned comment below, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the video description. Okay, so please make sure you reach out. So I'm been a demonstrator now as of this last Friday, 19 years, and I just love being able to share my crafting passion with you. So thank you for tuning in. This video is going to have a few different components to it, okay? So what we're going to do is take you on a tour of the catalog. We're going to craft some projects. If you received a catalog from me, you will have received a project that looks something like this. And then it would have looked just like this, sorry. And then if you picked up your project and your catalog from me, then you got a bonus project, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to make those. Again, all you need are stamps for sayings and neutral ink and some adhesive to put those together. So really, really simple. And then I'm also going to take you through my pre-orders. You know how it goes. I've really been enjoying dreaming about all the projects that I'm going to be crafting over the next few months with these amazing new supplies. So for my card club, I always feature different suites and different products every month, and we make really fun and different cards, including a fun fold every month. So it's a really great way to craft no matter where you are in Canada, and you can even watch all the way around the world. Okay, I'm just gonna double check here. Everything is looking good. We are live. And if you're watching, please just comment along. I love seeing what you think about everything, and hearing from you in real time. If you're watching the replay, I still want to hear from you. Please. I get the notifications when you comment on the YouTube video. So please just comment along. I love to hear where you're watching from and what catches your eye. So let's get started here without any further ado. I'm going to take you down to my desk and take you through a little bit of the catalog. So I'm just going to do a super quick catalog tour. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it with a different catalog here. This one I've got a whole bunch of things tucked inside. Okay, very, very quick catalog tour, okay? This catalog is valid from May to August of 2026, and products might sell out during that time. They might get restocked, or they sometimes will not be restocked, okay? So doesn't mean that they're guaranteed to be in stock for that entire period, but this is when they're pictured in the catalog. And we remember that this is a portion of what Stampin' Up! Has available for sale. There's also the website and the online store, which is where you could be placing where you should and could be placing your orders. You can also contact me to place orders. But this is what I would recommend doing is being inspired by the catalog, and then going to the online store and seeing what else is available. There's a section called online exclusives, and it is really, really extensive. And then there's also a section called last chance products, and those are products that are not going to be restocked. Once they run out of supply, they are no longer available from Stampin' Up. So there are some discounted products in there from previous catalogs and previous online exclusives that were released. So just make sure you're checking that section quite often. And if you're a member of my newsletter list, I let you know when that is restocked as well. So if you want to be a part of my newsletter list, just reach out to me, send me a message with your email, and I'd be happy to add that to my list. I don't send them out very often, maybe like 1 to 3 times a month. So as things are announced, then I send them out in a timely manner. So the first page here is new and trending, and that is all about our new in colors. So we've got 5 new in colors. One of them is actually returning colors. So I guess 4 new and 1 returning. We've got Barely Blush. These ones might be easier to see actually on my little bookmark here. Barely Blush, which is a very nice light pink. Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, and Hydrangea Hue. The Crisp Cantaloupe is the one that is returning, and that was an in color from a few years ago. Okay, I like this. I can see now if you're commenting along. Okay, so if you got the catalog from me, I also included an in-color bookmark. I love for you to have these swatches so that you can understand exactly where the new colors sit with the rest of the colors that you have in your collection. Also, super quick and easy notes on the back. You can scan for my upcoming events. You can very quickly tell what the minimum merchandise order amounts are. So $35 is for free card club projects with an online class. $100 is a free gift from me, free card club projects with an online class, and an opportunity to purchase the exclusive product of the month from Stampin' Up. Since I'm talking about that right now, maybe I'll show you the product of the month for this month. This is, not that slide, there we go. This is a special vellum pack. So it's called Berry Botanical Vellum. This will never be available for purchase otherwise. It's only available for purchase with a minimum $100 purchase. So just keep that in mind. It's not free. My gift is free, but Stampin' Up is a discounted product. So $7 for this one. Sorry, I'm just trying to get back to my desk here. My goodness. Okay, so this vellum you can kind of see is translucent. So you can see through it a little bit, but it's really cute patterns and really nice vibrant colors. These ones are just so detailed. It's crazy. They've got that nice sheen on there because it's a vellum. And you can change the look of this by putting it over different colors and having that color subtly shine through. And then we've got this awesome purple color. Again, you can kind of see through it. You'll have lots of fun with that. I really like using vellum on my projects. Printed vellum and plain vellum. I love them all. And the reason why is because it's almost like luminous. It just lets the light kind of flow through. So you can't really see my hand under there too much, just because there's so much printing on this one, but it still has a glow. It's still, when the light gets onto it, it kind of glows through. So this is a really beautiful product. And again, it's for $7 when you purchase a minimum $100 order. So the Stampin' Rewards, just a reminder that those are 10% towards a future purchase with a minimum $25 order. So that means if you are redeeming any Stampin' Rewards, you want to make sure that you are checking that after redeeming the rewards, the merchandise totals are still over $35 if you want free club, $100 if you want to get some free gifts or exclusive purchasing options, and making sure at the very minimum that it's over $25. So at least you earn Stampin' Rewards off of that section for a future order, right? So just make sure you keep track of those. So we've got, of course, our cardstock colors, we've got our ink colors, and we've got our Stampin' Blends colors in the new In Color collection. We also have a few other products. These are the ones that I'm most excited about. These are shimmer brushes in the new In Colors. So I did this the other day. I don't know if you guys can see that. So we've got the 5 In Colors, and it's just like Wink of Stella, which we have in like a clear color. But it's actually in our In Colors. So those are really beautiful. And let me show you how they work. I just did this the other day. So I'm going to do it with the Peaceful Pine. And you can really see this beautiful brush tip. And you can go as fine as you want, right? You can go even fine, fine, fine. So lots of creative options with these. And I know you're going to want one of each of those. They're sold separately, so as you use them, you can replenish them. I have a feeling I'm going to be going through this Hydrangea Hue a lot, and then also this Barely Blush, just because it's such a nice light pink color. So even this Golden Glow, this is reading like a golden color too, right? So it's nice to have that as an option. We have a bunch of In Color products like ribbons and embellishments, as well as our cardstock. So make sure you take a look at the In Color section of the website and take a look at the catalog too to be inspired. So just quickly through the catalog, I want to take you through a few pages. We've got a table of contents in the beginning, which is really helpful, and then a little bit of an explainer of the product of the month, and some of, like, you know, shop online. There's paper pumpkin, there's some grid paper for your background and stamping. Then we get into this section here where it's kits from our kits collection. I'm not going to take you through everything right now. We're going to do just a quick overview and then we'll do our projects, okay? But since we're in this section here, I'm going to show you this new kit. This is called Radiant Reminders, and I love the gold on these projects. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's some gorgeous gold touches. And it's almost like frameable pieces, little decor pieces. So that's a really nice option to have for something different. But you'll want to check online for our entire kits collection. Then we've got our basics. So start with a few crafting must-haves. These are what you need to get started, and then you can add even more. This is the very, very basic way of crafting, but there's other ways of crafting too. We can almost do a curated design as well. So an avid crafter experience would be having stamps and dies and putting those together in a way that is completely different, whereas these ones come with some mix and match ephemera, which are pre-printed pieces which you pop out and can put together onto the cards really, really easily. So again, quick and easy with mix and match on page 12, quick and easy with stamps on page 13. And then if you take a look at the bottom here, really take a look, sorry that was off screen there, really take a look at this catalog and from start to finish, because they've been very, very clever with how they organize it and where they put all this different information. So this is really fun. You can get a whole bunch more templates and ideas by scanning this with your QR code. So how you do that, I'm just going to do it on my phone here. Let me just unlock it. And then you open up your camera. Then you just hover over, doesn't like the glare. There we go. And then a link will pop up. When you click on the link, it will open a browser page. And then you'll get all those templates there. Different ways to craft. Where does it link? Scan for free templates and ideas. Where's the templates? Here, quick and easy options. I should have scanned this before. Clearly. It's just taking me to products right now. I'll link it when I get the link for the templates, because that's an awesome thing to have. So templates are a layout which you can use with completely different products and make it look totally customized, totally your own. So let's take a look here. We also have Imagination is the compass, creativity is the journey. This is creativity your way. So this is when we start getting into more of the avid crafting experience, and every level of crafter, no matter your experience level, can craft avid or quick and easy or step by step. It doesn't matter your experience level. It matters what kind of experience that you want to have when you're crafting. Maybe you have half an hour to make a card. Maybe you've got 10 minutes. Maybe you've got 2 hours to put together the most gorgeous scrapbook page. So depending on the amount of time and the experience that you want to have, then you can go through either of these 3 options. So step by step, quick and easy, or creativity your way. When we go into this section here, we've got our gorgeous suites, which I'll go into a little bit more detail. And this is like an inspiration page. You've got down here at the bottom a picture that Stampin' Up! Artists were inspired by, and how they were putting the ideas together in their head, putting the colors together in their head, and then these are the products that came from that. You've got a whole bunch of samples, and then you've got some products here on the left-hand page. These are all going to be shown in different places in the rest of the catalog as well. So I really enjoy this catalog with how easy it is to use. Some of the suites also have a secondary page. Maybe they've got a workshop scrapbooking kit and maybe supplementary bundles or papers and sticker papers. So make sure you take a look at these, because I love matchy-matchy. I know many of us do. But Stampin' Up! Has really nailed it with the matchy-matchy. So I'm going to just skip over those. We'll go into more detail when I do the unboxing at the end. But I want to show you the rest of the catalog here. So on page 36, we've got a brand new product. It's called this Impressions Plate. And my sample is somewhere, but I will show you that. This is just a little sneak peek at this point. It actually embosses and die cuts at the same time, but it's even more deeply embossed than what we have with our folders. So this is a really nice new option as well. So in this section, you'll see bundles, and some of these bundles are a part of a suite, and they've labeled them there. I love how they've labeled things here in the catalog. We've got an N for new. We've got a suite if it's part of a suite. And so these are all bundle and save 10%. Then as you go, you can see there's some that are punches, some that are dies, and they've shrunken these down so that you can see very quickly what is included in the bundle. Both of these dies and stamps are going to be shown at a larger scale later on in the catalog, but not at full scale, because Stampin' Up! Was discovering that maybe that's part of the reason why some counterfeit companies are able to replicate their products at a very, very much lower quality. So just make sure you're buying from stampinup.ca, and then you'll know you're getting the good stuff, and you're also getting the quality customer experience as well. So if you have any issues with your products, you just contact Stampin' Up! Or me, and we'll make sure to make it right. So you don't get that with other poorly made products, okay? So just make sure you're getting the real Stampin' Up!, because then you're getting proper sayings in the proper font. I've even heard of people getting these counterfeit ones with like misspelling errors and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyways, don't do that. Then as we go here, finish up with our bundle and save, and bundle and save 10%. Then we've got our new Stampin' Positioner, and I wanted to show you this just very, very quickly so that you can understand the different components. This is not our first Stampin' Positioner, but I do believe that this is my favorite one that we've ever had. You'll notice that we've got a nice sponge pad on the back, so no matter what you're putting it onto, it will have a really sturdy base to it. These magnets are really well protected, so even though they're very strong, they will not go together and snap. And then they also have these little handles, which makes it so much easier to pick them up and put them down. You'll notice these posts along the top here, as well as these little springy pads. And then there's smaller posts here that you can use with the grid paper, which is sold separately, which has these little holes in it, and you can fit that right on there. So this is really handy to have as a background to make sure that you're stamping straight, and also like for scrap paper too, it's really handy. So when you purchase the Stampin' Positioner, you get one big huge plate. You can see how big it is. You could probably do like 2 card fronts at a time there. And then you also get this smaller piece. They function in similar ways but slightly different. The big one uses the springy feet that are included on the base plate. And then there's 2 feet at the bottom which are springy as well. So what you would do is just get your stamp on there. Just peel this one off. Get your stamp on there. And then you can ink it up, right? Ink, ink, ink. And then you can put your sheet of paper that you're going to stamp onto, and then just press it down. So it hovers above the paper, and then when you press it down, it engages and will stamp really nicely. So you just probably want to give it a little rub like this, but I find that I get nice clear stamped images. So this smaller one is similar but a little bit different. You're not going to be using these 2 springy pieces which are built into the base plate. You're only going to be working your way along these pegs here at the top. So this one has 4 springy feet built into the plate, and then you're going to use this in a similar fashion. You can put your saying on there, and people will have different ways of doing this. There's so many different ways of doing it. You just have to kind of figure out what works for you. But this small one is really nice, and you can do your stamped image, and then maybe you want to work your way along here. So you can stamp your way along by re-inking it. Okay, so the Stampin' Positioner, I think, is $67. The grid paper is sold separately, but you get a ton in there. It's metric on one side and imperial on the other. So no matter how you're crafting or what tutorial you're working off of, whether it's metric or imperial, it'll be able to work for you. Okay, then we get into our stamp set section. These ones show all of the stamp sets that we are publishing in this catalog, but again, we're going to take a look online because there's even more than this available. So you can see here again, you've got the N for new, and then for some of them you even have bundle, a little bundle up there in the corner, and then for some of them it's a part of a bundle and a suite. So you've got lots of ways to find this in the catalog. So you've got the suite pages where it shows you all the coordinating components. Then you've got your bundle pages. Now you've got your stamp pages. And I bet you know what's going to come next, right? The next pages are the dies and the punches. So these ones again are labeled similarly. They're shown a little bit larger. And you've got suite and bundle for those ones that are included in those. And the little N means new. We've got embossing folders and punches. And then we get into our designer series paper section. I love that they've put this together, and they've got all of the coordinating colors for the designer series paper into the catalog. So helpful. And these ones here are regular designer series paper, and then there are some even that are specialty designer series paper. So I'll go through those a little bit separately, but they might be flocked, they might have iridescence, they might have a little bit of embossing on there. So we'll go through all those papers as well. Then we get into our other paper products. So we've got some of the white specialty paper that's called out in a few different places in the catalog. We've got our pattern paper that are available in our color families, envelopes, specialty vellums, and velveteen papers. What else do we have here? Two-tone cardstock down at the bottom that is in color families, or color groupings I should say, not color families, but assorted packs basically. And then we also have our mix and match section. So I'll go into this a little bit more in detail in a bit here, but this is going to be those ephemera packs, which you can pop out these pre-cut, pre-colored, pre-stamped images and put them together in a really cute way to make some really simple projects, but really adorable. I love crafting with these when I'm in a hurry or when I'm wanting to make a set of cards, or especially crafting with my kids as well. There's another designer series paper here, which is made to go along with the color schemes of these ephemera packs. We get into our scrapbooking section now with albums and page protectors and flip-flaps, which are really fun, an easy way to zhuzh up your scrapbook pages. These are so cute, and if you haven't seen those, just reach out to me and I'd be happy to explain those to you. I'm not going to do that in this video, but we have our new journaling pens. We've got our white gel pen. We also have a hybrid Stampin pad, which is supposed to work with watercoloring and Stampin blends. I never say things like this, but I'm going to look you in the eye right now and tell you that I do not want you to purchase this product, okay? This is not a product that I can get behind. This is a product that I believe isn't functioning in the way that is up to Stampin' Up's quality. They haven't said that yet, but the noise from demonstrators who have been able to use this product for a couple of months is resounding, and please don't add that to your cart, okay? I just don't think you're going to be happy with it. So if you do need another ink product, just reach out to me. I've got some options for you, okay? Just don't order that one. Okay, but then we get to our embellishments. We'll go through these a little bit more in detail in a bit. Our adhesives on page 73. Look at these incredible icons and how easy they've made it for us to figure out what to use where. So this is recommended for cardstock and paper, ribbon, embellishments, die cuts, and 3D projects. And then you can see on the actual image itself of the adhesive what it's perfect to be used for. So really quick and easy way to figure out how you want to use your adhesives and which adhesives would be beneficial for your collection. I also have adhesive bundles, so reach out to me if you want to give all of the adhesives a try at a discounted price. We've got tools and inks on page 74. This includes our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, the big one and the little one, bone folders, take your pick tool, trimmers and scoring tools, grid papers, the glass mat like the one that I'm using here. It'll give you the most clear stamped images of your life. Definitely a worthwhile investment for you. And of course blocks, those are pretty essential when you're using stamps. We've got brayers and daubers and painters and heat embossing. We also have some new decorative masks. I'll take you through those when we do our little tour, or sorry, our little unboxing. And then over here we've got some more inks and Wink of Stella, and just a reminder that we've got those shimmer brushes in those 5 new in colors. So speaking of those new in colors, this is a great page that takes you through all the matchy products that are going to have those colors featured in them. They are featured in other areas of the catalog, but these are the ones that are specifically in the 5 colors. And then we get to our really well organized, gorgeous page with all of our cardstocks and inks and markers and things like that. So these are our color collections. You can order them individually or you can order them as full collections by going over here. You've got your index in the back, so helpful. And at the very end, just a reminder about the 10% back in rewards. So if you spend at least $25, then you earn 10% towards a future order. You can redeem them bit by bit. You can cash them in all at once for something big, whatever you want. It doesn't have to cover the entire amount of a product. You can take your total down to an amount that works for you and works for the minimum order requirements for Card Club and for the purchase with a purchase product of the month. Okay, very quickly here before we do the unboxing, I am going to show you how to put these cards together that I've gifted you. So again, this one here is everyone who received a catalog from me will have received a packet that looks something like this. It's going to be a combination of any of the new 5 in colors. And then if you picked up your catalog from me, you will have received a bonus project. If it's not this soccer design, then it is another project, and I will have noted that on the outside of your bag, okay? So this is from the online exclusives, and it's to remind me to tell you that you need to check those online exclusives. There's so many fun products in there. Okay, so as we take these little pieces out, you can see that our matchy-matchiness is in full effect here, because we've got embellishments and ribbon to match the paper, and it's going to be a whole bunch of different color schemes. But we're going to put together a project that looks something like this. So it's got that beautiful gold embossing on your designer series paper. This is textured embossed. I did matchy ink, and then I even colored a little bit of these bells with the new shimmer brush. Put them on the floor over here. Why would I do that? There we go. Those shimmer brushes. I'm going to do a splatter technique on this next one here. So just to showcase what that is like, we're going to get a bit of scrap paper in behind, just so I don't get my glass mat dirty. You can do this with the 𝘾𝙧𝙬𝙚 and of course with our new shimmer brushes, but I just take the lid and I'm just going to do a little speckle, and I'm doing matchy. The Barely Blush is the color of cardstock that I have here, and I'm just going to do a little flick. So when you first get these going, there's going to be a little white ring here that you need to unscrew so that the reservoir is punctured. So as you open this up, you'll just take off that little white ring. You'll put this back on. The reservoir will be punctured. You'll have to push this a little bit to get it flowing. You can see there's like a little spot there, and then you can do your little flicks. I like these little speckles on my projects. It makes me feel like there's just even more dimension. But of course you can use this like a little paintbrush too, just like I did for these little lily of the valley flowers. So little speckles there, you probably can't even see them because of course this is the lightest color ever. Okay, let's put this together. You can see I was in full cardstock maximization mode. I've stolen the middles out of all of your sheets of paper that are not going to be visible. So let's start putting this together here. You can do it with some Stampin' Seal. Whoops. Sometimes that happens with humidity. We had some rain coming in today here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, but it's mostly just muggy and hot. Like 28 degrees is actually what it got up to today, I think. So we've got this wrapped around. Again, the person who receives this card is not going to know that that middle piece was stolen and used on another project. To get this nice, neat wrapped look, I just tie a knot before I wrap it. So you could also tie a little bow on it afterwards if you have enough ribbon there. Maybe not, I don't know. But this is a really classy way, I think, of putting on ribbon. So I'm going to put a little bit here on the front. I'm going to lay my knot out very nicely here. And then I'm just going to have it wrapping around the back side. And I like to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on there. You might have enough to do a little tie. I don't know. I'm going ahead with my plan. What I like to do, though, to finish it is to put a little bit of tear and tape on. And then that just holds the edges. And I'm not necessarily using this as the double-sided adhesive as it is. I'm just using it as a super sticky adhesive. Then I'm going to stick this on with some big dimensionals. So here we go. And before I do that, though, I'm going to put it onto my cardstock base. This is a long piece, so 11 inches by 4.5 inches. I've loosely folded it just to tuck it into its little envelope, but make sure you burnish it with your bone folder. And if you don't have these types of tools, maybe you're just getting started, or maybe you've been crafting for a while and you don't have them, it's worthwhile to invest in tools that are going to make your life so much easier every step of the way. So those tools for me are definitely my bone folder, my take your pick. And then if you're like me and you love Take Your Pick so much, I actually have many iterations of the tools. You could use these tools and just put them into this this one base piece, but I like to have all the tools at the ready, so I have multiples of them. But hey, I deserve it, right? Alrighty, we're going to, I just have a little bit of that adhesive sticking over, so I'm going to tuck that in. There we go. So I'm going to put this, you can put it wherever you'd like. You can center it if you want. You can even put it down to the left. I think that's what I'm going to do again. Sorry, that is definitely the right. Oh, it's been a busy few days. Many of you joined me and my friends for our Make and Mingle event that happened on this last Saturday. It was so much fun. It was a full day crafting, started at noon. You could do the afternoon session, noon till 4:30, and then there were many people who joined us at the after hours event, and that was until 8 o'clock at night. So we prepped over 750 projects for this event, and we sent kits all over the country. People are able to watch it on replay, and I just am so excited that we got to share our creativity with so many people and see people buzzing with excitement. It was just a really awesome time. What am I doing here? I am going to show you how to do the stamping for this. So I'm actually using a new stamp set, and it comes as a bundle too with these tags. The tag isn't from this die pack, but this one does have a lot of really cute rectangles and different shapes. But I'm all over a stamp set like this. This is actually from Million Sales Achiever Susan Campfield, who is a dear person and a wonderful friend of mine. And she designed this set with all of these awesome different sayings. So I'm actually going to use this Happiest Birthday Wishes, which fits perfectly onto this tag. And I'm going to show you our new ink pads. So we've got a different ink pad design coming soon for all the colors. And I'll just give you a little comparison, okay? So our current ink pads are just like this one here. So this is the Fresh Freesia color. We've got little stickers that can go on the ends and on the inside, but it opens up like a cosmetics case, right? Then it slides along and locks into place, and you can even put the little color piece in here. It's a firm foam pad, and what they're finding is for some of the formulations, because it's chemicals, right? They interact with the foam, and they're not happy sometimes with some of the formulations and how they're interacting with the foam. So there's a few issues with this pad. It's sometimes a little bit tricky for people with mobility issues. I'm really looking forward to using these new ink pads, and I think it's going to be a lot easier for many people. So do you have to replace all your ink pads? No. I have ink pads that are from when I was a customer before I was a demonstrator. So like 20 years now I've been using these ink pads. So only replace the ink pad if you want to, if you feel like you need to, but just know that the in colors are the only ones that you can get in this new design now. All of our current colors are available in the current design, and then a year from now in 2027, that's when the new design of ink pad is going to replace the current design for all of our ink colors. Okay, so we have 1 year until we have access to every color in this new design. For now, we've got the older design of the pad for a year, and then the new design of the pad only in the in colors. Okay, so this new design is similar. You've got these little what are they called, stickers, and you can peel those off. I actually was peeling this piece off and then leaving those 4 stickers. So let me see if I can do that easily. There we go. So you can peel that piece off and you can get rid of that. And then I just use my Take Your Pick tool and then choose whatever language that you've got. And then you can put it here. Oh, it's a little bit over actually. And then there's also a second one for the inside. So a second English one for the inside. So that when your stamp pad is open, then you know exactly what color it is. So hydrangea hue. There we go. And you can just lay that inside. So you can see how quickly and easily I opened this up. And it looks like it hinges, but it's actually just magnets. So you can choose to almost hinge them open, have them like that, close them up and have them lock into place. They stack really nicely too. So when you've got the other ones, they just magnetize together just nicely like that. You can see they really stuck together. So the real benefit of this is anyone who's mobility impaired with their hands, maybe they got arthritis, you can just open it one-handed. It's so simple to open it. So really quick and easy. I mentioned the one ink pad that I can't get behind. That's a different formulation. That's the black color. So don't buy that one, but these ones are great. You'll notice that the pad size is very similar, but it's just a little bit longer. And this is a firm linen pad. So this is foam, this is a linen pad, and you get a really nice clear stamped image with that. Okay, so you can also choose to like put them like that. You can stack them with the lid, and then again, it closes up so nicely. So I think you're really going to enjoy using these new ink pads. And I should mention right now, if you're excited about in colors, if you're wanting to invest in these ink pads, there we go, I've got a beautiful stamped image there. We have a promotion on right now, and do I have a slide for it? I think I do. Yes, I do. Here we go. We have a starter kit special on for the month of May, so only a few more days here. What is there? 31 days, so another 6 days, or another 5 days after this one, I guess. This is our starter kit special for the month. You can actually get all 5 of these new magnetic in color pads for free when you purchase a starter kit. So the starter kit already gives you $165 of product, and you only pay $135 for it with no shipping and no tax. But now you'll get this $90 value added on. So if you are not keen on getting the ink pads for free, there is an alternative that you can choose to get an extra $50 of product of whatever you choose from the catalog. So when you're doing your starter kit form, you're just doing it under the Join Now section of my website at www.stampingwithkelly.net. And then that signs you up as a demonstrator. So there is a minimum that you need to sell to maintain your demonstratorship, but there's no penalties if you don't, and there's no hard feelings from me or Stampin' Up! If you don't, okay? So if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to walk you through it. Obviously, this is something that I did 19 years ago, and I've really enjoyed the process. I've made it a business for myself, and I'm one of the top demonstrators in Canada for many years now, but that can be whatever you want it to be, okay? Your demonstratorship is your demonstratorship, and if you choose to build a business, I'd be happy to help you out with that. And if you just want to get some discounted products, that's totally okay too. So please reach out to me if you do want to take advantage of that deal. That's, again, only the month of May in 2026 here. So I've got my stamp saying here, happiest birthday wishes. And now we're ready for the next step of putting this together. So because I'm putting this half on and half on something that is already dimensionalized, I'm going to put a dimensional only on one side, putting Stampin' Seal on the other side. There we go. And I just have it kind of overlapping here. And then the final finishing touch is to put on our beautiful little dots. Matchy matchy. You guys know I love the matchy matchy. That's what really drew me to Stampin' Up! In the beginning, because sure, you can get products elsewhere, absolutely, but try matching a red ribbon to a red paper to a red ink. You will go insane in the aisle of Michael's, right? This is so matchy-matchy that our ribbon just coordinates perfectly, our embellishments coordinate perfectly, and then my ink matches my other accent color there too. So you got lots of matchy-matchy on this card, and that's our first card that we're making. The second card is this soccer themed one, and again, that's if you picked up your projects from me. I wanted to showcase some of our online exclusives. These are really fun. A wonderful match, 12 by 12 paper, and it comes with so many different pieces. This one here is great for turning into tags. So you can see there's lots of little card fronts or tags, and you get 2 of each of all of these papers. And then I've used a whole bunch out of this as well. So this one's great for coloring, or you can leave it with that black and white. The back side is the net. Then you've got the lines of the pitch, kind of a mesh or woven net, black and white reversed. And then you've got some plays and the numbers as well as the designer series papers that I've included in your little packet here. This has a stamp set and die pack that go along with it. I actually didn't get it because I wanted to put this just with some generic sayings. And I mean, I have to draw the line somewhere, right? I ordered a lot from the new catalog. So I just ordered the embellishments and the designer series paper from this online exclusive suite. And then I paired this with another ribbon from a different, I think it's from just the generic website. It's not necessarily a part of the suite, but make sure you're checking out the online exclusive section. This card is going to look something like this. I'm putting happy birthday son on there, but you can put whatever you want. This is actually from a really fun new stamp set that has a buildable option of sayings. So we've got grandpa, grandchild, grandma, brother, mom with different spellings. And you can put all those together with happy birthday to my, and then you could say happy birthday to my grandma and friend or something like that, right? A very happy birthday to my, right? You could put this all together. So with this one though, I'm using my Memento ink, which technically is retired. If you want this ink, I have some extra ones. You can see that the saying for this though is a little bit bigger than what my tag can actually fit. So I'm going to do a little tricky thing where I only ink out part of it. And this is a really easy stamp to do that. I don't even have to do any masking, but I'm just not going to ink up the section that says to my. I'm just going to say happy birthday son. Since my tag is a little bit smaller, I'm going to put this up as high as I can and center it. And then let me just go back here to my other page. Perfect. And then I've got sun that I can put there down on the bottom. Totally customizable. Love that. And it's nice to have some masculine cards on hand, especially for younger masculine people. This, you probably won't have a hole in yours. I just was short a couple of these little soccer balls. This was a whole sheet of soccer balls. And then I punched out a whole bunch of them there. So I was just short a couple, so I had to sneak this out of mine. But don't you worry, I'm going to cover it up. So I've got all my bits and pieces to the side here. Sorry, I'll put this to the side too. And then let's score our cardstock base. So again, using my bone folder, adhering my soccer balls on with just a flat adhesive like this. And then For this one, well, the other one I put on the soccer ball. This one I'm going to put on this soccer pitch. I think that that's so cute. So putting that on, also flat adhesive. And then I'll just dimensionalize the soccer ball and the tag. So I'm kind of centering it top, bottom. I'm not getting too hung up on that. On the back side here, I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal to do a zigzag here with my ribbon. So I started going off the one side, then I'm going to loop it. This is basically like making a bow without having to tie a bow. It's my favorite lazy, sneaky technique. So you end up with 2 loops and 2 ends, just as if you had tied a bow, but it's nice and flat and you don't have to worry about the card getting too bulky. Just do a little angle there. Oh, we've got new online exclusives coming in July. Demonstrators can pre-order them right now. And there's new scissors coming again. Woohoo! We were without scissors for a couple months there, so it's nice to have those back again. Happy birthday, son. That goes on there. We've got our cute little, I've lost my soccer ball. Oh, here it is. So we've got our little stars. These are fun little foamy stars. Might be black, might be white, or a combination of the two. I just stuck them on like that. And then this last little soccer ball I just put up here next to my tag. And there you go. You've got your fun little masculine themed soccer card. So you might have received just this one, or you might have received this one or a different design. If you don't have this one as your secondary card, just take a look, because I've made a note of where you can find the instructions for the card that you received. I prepped a lot of these, but then I ran out. What did I prep? I think I prepped close to 48 of them. Would you believe that? So lots of people picked up their catalog. So if you didn't receive one of those, then you got a slightly different design, but if you have any trouble finding it, I can help you as well. There you go. So now let's get to the super fun section. Oh, I should mention too, keep these little envelopes. They're so good for protecting your cards when you store them. So you might have your cards in a box. It just makes sure that your adhesives stay put. And you can even mail in these. So on the back side, you can put the return address and the to address, or you can put a piece of copy paper in there with your address and then their address on that too. I just close it. I don't worry about people opening up my mail, and I love that the postal worker gets to see my beautiful work as well. Okay, let's keep going here. So I placed a few orders, and I know that many of you just love to see inside the catalog about what products actually look like, what they look like up close, what the packaging looks like. So I'm going to take you through that now, okay? You can watch me and fast forward on replay on YouTube. That's no problem. I have no offense with that. You can pause me, you can rewind me there. And if you're watching live, I love hanging out with you. Thanks for joining me. So comment along, even if you're watching the replay, when you find something that you love. If you are inspired by something, I want to hear about it, because I listen to that and I will use that for my card club. Right? Right. Okay. Deal? Yes, deal. Okay, so Stampin' Up! Catalog. Again, we went through a few things here, but we're going to get started just in our sweet collections. Okay. This Bloom Boutique has a few different products in it. One of them is the Bloom Boutique specialty paper, and this is all I have left of it, you guys. I prepped 100 or more cards with this. I think it was like 120 or something like that I included in your catalog. So that's where this paper came from, is from our first suite in the catalog called Bloom Boutique, okay? The one side of this paper has a little bit of gold embossing, so this is a specialty paper, and then the other side of the paper doesn't have the gold embossing, but it's still a really pretty pattern. So how do you decide? I don't know, but I probably am going to go with the shimmer one most of the time. That's who I am. There's a really fun bundle. I didn't get this one actually. So the Scallop Blooms bundle has these beautiful, actually, you know what? I think I did place it and it's on its way. I'm such a sucker for these things. So it's got actually two bundles going on. One is the Boutique Blossoms that have stamps that have a two-step stamping technique, and then there's a die pack that goes along with it, so you can cut out those images. And then there's the Scallops Blooms bundle, which has a whole bunch of sayings and the scallops. I think it was the sayings that got me. And then I can't not buy a bundled product. Like I have to buy it. If it's a bundle, I have to save 10%. So I think I've got that on the way. But one of my favorite parts of this suite are these adorable in color butterflies. So these are really shimmery. My lights are playing tricks on me here, so sorry if you get a little bit of glare, but I'm trying to show you that they're actually quite thick. They're probably 3 millimeters thick, and they've got lots of dimension on them and lots of shine. So you can see it comes in the 5 in colors and then white. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and then white. Yeah, so really cute products there, and I know these are going to be popular, so if you see them in the online store, just get them because they might sell out and then come back in stock and then sell out and then come back in stock, but you want those in your collection. They're so cute. The Heirloom Boutique also has a scrapbooking workshop kit, so this comes with all of the instructions for cutting and the sticker sheets and the pre-cut images to make these 3 12 by 12 layouts. So they're double spreads. You get a total of 6 scrapbook pages, and they are that 12 by 12 format. These are so easy to use, and I love them. They're really, really rewarding, especially if you want to get scrapbook done quickly, or maybe you're making a gift, or maybe you just want the experience to go a little bit more quickly and to follow instructions instead of following your own design aesthetic. You, of course, can switch it up, but it's nice to have it all pre-designed if you are an instruction follower. And there are those of us who are, aren't there? The Waterside Retreat suite is a really amazing masculine suite. We used this for our card club, actually, and we made just this one here the other day. Gosh, my dog is really barking here tonight. So this card features 3 different designer series papers and has a little fun book binding fold. So the bundle on this one is Relaxing Waterside. It includes a whole bunch of stamped imagery, and then the dies that go along with it cut out that stamped imagery and also have more. So you can see this one here is cut out a stamped image, but you can also build your own 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙥 chair. Did I say that right? Oh my gosh. I had so much worry saying that. I hope I said it right. With that, you've got your designer series paper. This is double-sided. It's not specialty paper, so you're not paying a little bit of a premium, but there is this specialty sheet where you've got all of these pieces which you can cut out and make different tags. This is a great card front size for this dock going out, the lakeside there, this cute little cabin, and look at this little ice cream shack too. I love that. Okay, we've also got bicycles and seagulls. That would make a really fun scrapbook page. That reminds me of like a place that we went in Scotland, and everywhere is like signs of watch out for the seagulls. It's a fish and chip shop, and the seagulls are just notorious for swooping down and stealing your brand new fish and chips. So this would be a perfect layout for that. Then we've got the ones that we use for card club, the fishes, the paddles and life preservers, and then some more buoys and life preservers there. Then the back side, so we've got nice wood grain, we've got a nice stripe, we've got watery waves, and on the back side of these ones here, like a plaid, more seagulls. Love those guys. And then this is my favorite line that they've ever done. It's like watercolor freehand. So pretty. So again, that's called the Waterside Retreat. For that one, these embellishments are just the most adorable thing ever. Let me show you those in a second here. So these embellishments come with 20 in a pack. They're these cute little anchors. This is shown quite blown up there, but I'll show you here. Oh, come on. There we go. It's like child-proof packaging. So there you can see these cute little embellishments. They're about a little bit more than a centimeter in diameter. And again, 20 in a pack. If you like a suite and if you want all of the products, you can go to the top here and put in this one item code that will give you all of the items listed below for a price that includes the discounted bundle and save 10%. Okay, so you're not paying a premium at all when you're getting that one. But what you might notice is that it might come up as not available. If any one of these products are sold out temporarily or even permanently, this item code won't work. Don't give up, okay? Just go and put in all of the item codes separately and see which one is sold out temporarily, and then put in your email to be notified when it's back in stock, okay? So don't fret if that code doesn't work. It doesn't mean it will never work. It just means it's not working for right now. And put in all of the codes separately. This is to make your life easier if you want all of it, but it only works if everything is available, right? Valley and Bloom is our next suite that I'm going to take you through. This one is so vibrant and green. You can see they were really inspired down here with a leaf and really bright, happy florals. So the Lily of the Valley stamp set and die pack are included in the bundle and save 10%. This one we used for a card this month as well. Let me show you that one. This is the card that we made. We did a tearing technique here and used the embossing folder as well. You can see there's a little bit of texture there. So if you want those videos, just take a look at my card club videos on replay on YouTube. Lily of the Valley stamp set and dies work together. Some of the dies, again, will cut out the stamped images, and then some of the dies work on their own as well. So for example, this little Lily of the Valley and this leaf, oops, there we go, this little leaf here don't have any coordinating stamps, whereas this leaf here will actually cut out those stamped images. So you can expect that from all Stampin' Up! Die packs. They include a mixture usually of die cut shapes to go along with the stamps and some of them that are just standalone. Also included in this suite is a gorgeous, humongous embossing folder. This one you can get 2 card fronts on it, or you can use it strategically to capture part of the image. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's this one big flower in the middle and then the leaves coming out and then the sprigs of Lily of the Valley and other flowers coming from that. So really beautiful and lots of detail because it's a 3D embossing folder. We also have this paper here which doesn't show very well there, but I wanted to make sure that I showed it on the video because it has a very subtle almost tone-on-tone pattern, but it's like, I would say it's like a platinum. It's not really a silver, it's more of like a platinum embossing on there, and you can color it whatever color that you want. So I just use a blending brush with some blackberry ink and put some color onto there, and you can see how that looks. And there are actually 3 patterns. So let me spread those out for you and you can see a little bit more easily. We've got the Lily of the Valley, then we've got this little cross etch, and then we've got like a repeating sprig pattern. So that's our Luxe White Specialty Designer Series paper. We also have our Valley and Bloom Designer Series paper. This is the one that's not specialty. I use this one for our card club as well, so some of the pieces are missing, but I'll show you some of the patterns here. And on the back side, we've got that beautiful, what color is that? Coastal Cabana. Oh, I have to pull these ones out because they're so gorgeous. Take a look at this for scrapbooking. Oh my goodness, right? So pretty. And this is like a watercolor wash. So you could use that for scrapbooking. You could also make it into card fronts too, right? That will totally work. Same thing with this next one here. This one comes in from all four sides. And again, you can make it into little card fronts, right? Or you can use it like a scrapbook page. It's so beautiful. Repeating pattern on the back side. We've got some other kind of more graphic patterns. Less of this like artistic style and more of like an accent. I love how Stampin' Up! Makes their papers double-sided. Except when they put the two best designs back to back, and then you don't want to sacrifice it, so then you just have to buy another pack of paper, right? The embellishments for this one are called Shimmering Dots. They include Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, and a white color there. So you can see those are really, really shimmery. Then, I think I'm missing one light. Here we go. That's a little better then. So the Life in Bloom Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, again, is like a branch off of the suite. It's still that same kind of look, but it is different products. And that's because it comes with designer series paper, two-tone cardstock, stickers and pre-cut images, white willow cardstock, step-by-step instructions, and photo placeholders. So you don't have to have these photos printed and ready to go. You can just put the placeholder in there, which shows you the exact size to get your photos printed. So same thing over here. You can actually get some of these items separate. So it doesn't include the instructions and it doesn't have as many pre-cut images, but you can get those sticker sheets and designer series paper packs like that too. There's another die and stamp set that is bundle and save 10%, and that's called Life in Bloom. And again, if you want to see those, you can just go to the other sections, which will have those a little bit more in depth. Scenic Coast is another one that we used for Card Club this month, actually. This was a really fun trifold card that I made. So the front panel here opens up, and then you've got this gorgeous designer series paper, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually got iridescent shimmer on there, iridescent foil, and then it opens up to the saying on the inside. So again, if you want to make these cards, I think I only have 2 sets left, so just let me know and I can get those to you. It's free with a minimum $35 order, and there's quite a few things in here that you could order, right? The Sunset Coast bundle is just beautiful, and that's where I got these dies that cut out the sailboat and the lighthouse. Then you've got a little sunburst, and then you can even do some really fun stamping here. I did this the other night and build up a little vignette using this little rock and the sun and the ocean, as well as like putting the little highlight in the ocean, putting the texture on the rock, and even putting some clouds in the sky and doing an embossed resist. So if you're interested in that technique, the demonstration for that is in the May Card Club video. It's got great sayings in this set. You'll use this a lot, I think. And anything that's like a little mini sailboat is so versatile for using on a lot of different projects. We've got our Sunset Shimmer Vellum. This comes in 3 colors. An iridescent, balmy blue, and barely blush are the 3 colors, but they're not going to show properly on the camera. They are super shimmery. They're not glittery. It's definitely a shimmer. It's a very fine, and it's a vellum texture. So you get the shine from the vellum. You get the fact that it is a little translucent. You can see my fingers maybe under there. Oh no, it's reflecting. Anyways, you can see through it a little bit. So you can play around with that. Then there's also more shimmer here. Sunset Sparkle Sequins. These come in really pretty colors and have a lot of shimmer and shine to them. So a great embellishment for this and many other projects. And then we've got our showstopper. This is the Scenic Coast designer series paper. It comes 8 sheets of each with 6 patterns. And boy, oh boy, they knocked it out of the park with this one. So can you see that iridescent foil on there? It's not over the entire sheet. It's just in that reflective water portion. And you get 8 of those, 6 inch by 6 inch. So same one with this. Then, oops, that's the same one. Then this one, oh my gosh, I just love this one. The colors in that sky are so stunning. This one almost reminds me of like a lake at dusk or even at dawn maybe. And the ocean again, just so pretty. To be able to do that would be incredible, but I sure love that the Stampin' Up! Artist does it for us, and then we can just use their beautiful artwork and make something handmade from it and get credit for it, right? On the back side, are you going to use the back side? Oh my goodness. Would you? They're pretty cute, but that front side though, that's where I want to live. I want to live in that beautiful space. So again, that's the Scenic Coast Suite. Lots of beautiful products in there. We've got Beautiful Ordinary Life next, and this is actually the one that we used for our crafting event, our Make and Mingle crafting event this last Saturday. So Beautiful Ordinary Life, I've got 5 of the designer series papers, but we used so much of the 6th one that I didn't have that one, any of that one left. So you got lots of gorgeous designs. This was the showstopper for me. That makes me just happy. And then you've got polka dots and honeycombs and this really fun ombre look with the lines on there. Can you see that? And then this is another watercolor line, but in really special colors. And then on the back sides, now for something completely different, we've got only black and white. So you can color these ones, or you can leave them just as black and white for the perfect accent to your super colorful other project pieces. So we've got the Beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper. This one is a mega suite. It actually includes 2 bundles. So this one here is Bordered in Beauty. Has a lot of different borders that you can do as a repeating pattern. You would just kind of stamp it along your sheet. The stamp positioner would be great for these borders, just saying. And then you've got all these die cut pieces which do really fun edges as well. So you can see they've got hearts on there. You can do a little heart border and it will just cut along the bottom there. And this leafy border, lots of scallops, like small, medium, large, and another kind of longer medium piece. You've got tags, and this piece here is a really fun piece so that you can organize your new dies and stamps. So these are our new dies and stamps, and many people are putting them in a container which has them vertical like this. When you have that, then you can actually make a tab for whatever size that you're working with, and you can make different headings for the different styles and types and occasions of stamps and dies, I guess. I always do my dies with my stamps because matchy-matchy, it's just meant to go together. And of course you could use that for all kinds of projects. They've got it on these projects here as just like an accent piece. So really cute. Then the other bundle and save is the next one here, Extraordinary Life Bundle and Save. That one comes with a whole bunch of kind of like scrapbooky layering imagery. So this is A Beautiful Life, Noteworthy, One Fine Day, love it. And then you've got the top 5. You can put top 5, and that's a great little journaling piece. And then you've got the die cuts that go along with it. Many of them will cut out the images here, but there's also some standalone pieces like this little note. It's like it ripped out of a notebook. It's really cute. Also in this suite, you've got the Array of Dots. These ones come with 4 different colors in there, and they're super shiny, really happy colors. And then the final piece are these Floral Flight accents, and I've pulled them apart. They normally would come in a sheet, which I don't have the other sheet, but you just pop them out, and then you get all of these pieces which you can adhere to your projects. But it's a really thick cardstock, even thicker than our basic black, and you can use all these sprigs in different ways. So pretty. Love that suite, and I just feel so inspired by that one. Then we've got the scrapbooking workshop kit, always another great option for you. And then we go to our Velvet Meadow. Velvet Meadow is really unique, and this is one that you're going to have to see to believe because it's so pretty. I'm going to start here up at the top, the Velveteen assortment. This is 3 colors, so Bubble Bath, Peaceful Pine, and White. And they're fuzzy, guys. Like, not just flocked, but like fuzzy. They feel like they are fabric. So you get 2 sheets of each of them, and they've kind of got them laid against each other. I'm not showing you the white one here, but you can get the idea. But it's so fuzzy. Like, it's really got a fun texture. So I think we might play with that next month of Card Club. It's just too fun not to play with it. And you can see that the colors go throughout the suite. That's that Bubble Bath and the Berry Burst. That's not where the fuzziness ends though, because this Velvet Meadow designer series paper, it's a specialty designer series paper, and it is thick, let me tell you that. It feels almost twice as thick as any other designer series paper pack. Let's see here. This one has flocking over some of the pieces. So not here, not there, but these white pieces have like a fuzzy texture to them. So there you go, 2 of each of those. And then you've got this piece here. Again, more fuzzy flocking on these little white flowers. These are great for doing card fronts. You just trim something like that and have that coming in from the side. More fuzzy flocking. What's flocked here? White, little white flowers that are barely visible probably on my camera. And then this piece, oh my goodness, I just wish that you could touch it. You can see the texture there though, actually, can't you? It is so fluffy. It's just beautiful. And for a tactile person like me, oh my goodness, it's like one of my favorite things. So you can see how fluffy these are. They're just sitting right off the page. All that white there is flocked. And again, this sort of design, but in a little bit of a different color scheme. We've got the white flocking on there. Really pretty, really fun, really different. This is the Velvet Meadow. So it's like flocked to the next level. We had flocked paper before, but never, ever to this amount of texture. Oh my goodness. Get back in there. I'm trying to keep my level of chaos down. Wish me luck. Okay, so that's 2 items from the suite there. We also have these dreamy flowers. These are quite thick. They've got lots of texture. Let's see if you can see those ones there. Can you see those? Is it focusing on them? Lots of detail on there. They look really pretty. I like the colors. They look so modern. Modern, but like feminine modern, right? Not stark modern. And then I did not get that stamp set. The Moonlit Flora suite is a totally different vibe. And these ones we actually made some projects with on stage. So let me see where I have those. Here they are. So these projects that we made feature this suite in a few different ways. So there's some stamping on there, lots of die cutting, some foil pieces that were cut. You make the world a better place. It's a nice saying, hey? And you're an amazing friend. With all of these laser cut pieces that were laser cut for us, but are dies actually in the suite. So the Bundle and Save is Fern and Flora. It's got lots of great imagery that you could stamp together and make really fun collages. One of my favorites is actually this stamp here, which is so fun and different. And then there's a tag die that works with this one too. So one of the things that confused us a little bit when we were working with this suite are these little pieces here. These little flowers are actually made up of pieces that look like this. Let's see. There we go. So can you see? It's actually made of two pieces like this and this that you cross, so make like a little X, and then that's what makes this flower. You can also put them on their own. These little petals work great, but these are not butterflies. They're actually meant to make little flowers. You've got lots of ferns. You've got the ability to cut out some of the stamped images, and this is a totally different vibe. I love the deep dark colors of this suite. You've got, you know, Secret Sea and Peaceful Pine, Mossy Meadow, Berry Burst, Old Olive, Golden Glow, and the designer series paper is just so pretty. This is not specialty designer series paper, it's just our regular stuff, but because of the color saturation, I don't know, it just looks so vivid, looks so stunningly gorgeous. Really fun repeating patterns. There's the ferns, and ferns with a different color scheme. The back side, again, you're going to see a lot of those deep patterns and kind of smaller graphic patterns. There we go. This one has some really cute embellishments. They're called dewdrop embellishments, and they really do look like that. Here they are, and you can see they're in 3 different colors, and they've got a real glow to them. Really pretty. Okay, let's put this to the side now. We're just motoring through here. What's the next one? Oh, good. This is where my little impression is. So, making great impressions. This is the new impressions plate. You sandwich it, and you follow the instructions here, but who follows instructions anyways? Basically, you're using this along with the gray plate to make an impression. It's a 2-step process. The first step is you are going to cut out this, which is like a standard, it kind of looks like a standard die. If you look a little bit closer, then you can see that there's a lot of detail in it. So after you cut it out, you keep the paper in the sandwich, and then you just switch out the plates a little bit. So you're going to use this like rubbery silicone-y one, and then with the number 4 plate that's the gray one that goes for different size of embossing folders. That's the 3D texture embossing folders, but it gives a really stunningly beautiful look. There's no ink applied to this, so all of that shadow that you're seeing is from texture. Pretty incredible, right? So that's the impressions plate. It's just $15, which gives you this piece, which you use with the other components that you already have as a part of your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then it can only be used with the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, okay? So let's motor through here a little bit because we know those. And we are going to talk designer series paper now. So some of these you've seen as a part of the suites, but some of them you haven't. So let me just try and pull these out. Bloom Boutique. Come on. Let's see. This is the one. And this is the one. Okay. So the paper medley here, this is really kind of an eclectic, we'll call that eclectic, right? An eclectic group of patterns and colors even to be put together. And these are really bright and happy. And then some of them are a little bit moody. That one's an ombre one. We've got stripes, little tiny flowers. You see those there? Little tiny flowers with pink centers. The tiny little polka dot, that's so dapper. And then a like peachy almost wood grain, denim look, small black and white polka dot, and then stripes. So that one's called the paper medley. That's up at the top here. This one, I'm really excited about this artisan sketch because we are going to have fun coloring these. You guys know that with Stampin' Up's copyright policy, I can't send out stamped images, but I can send out designer series paper that is pre-printed. And so we are going to do some coloring. You can see these patterns are all in black and white. So the creativity can just go from there. And I'm just going to go through them 2 at a time here. Beautiful, right? That piece there, we did some coloring when we were at our on-stage event. So pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Lots of fun too. Nice repeating rows pattern. You could do that with the blending brush and get it done in no time. But there's something about coloring. It's just so therapeutic. And there you have it. Black and white. That one's the Artisan Sketched Garden. We talked about the Waterside Retreat as a part of that sweet, 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 sweet. We talked about the Luxe White as a part of the suite. And what else is there to show? Oh, yes. We've got our Mix and Match ephemera. Why do I not have these handy out here? I sure hope I have them somewhere. That might have to be on its own little showcase. Sorry guys, I don't have those handy. These are basically sheets that are stickers. So there's a sticker backing, and they come about 6 inches by 8 inches. No, it's 5 by 7, sorry. And you just pop them out and you can layer them together and put them together in really cute designs. And then, sorry, there's one more pack of Designer Series paper, and I don't know if I have that one. Let's see. That one's called Everyday Essentials. Everyday Essentials. No, I don't have that one here. We use that one for our event as well, so it's probably somewhere. Oh, did I put that to the side? Yes, here it is. Some leftover sheets from that one. Thanks for bearing with me. If you could only see behind the camera, everything is still all pulled apart from the event. Okay, here we go. And this one's got like really cute designs, really fun and fresh. So it's meant to go with the ephemera, but it doesn't have to. It just has the coordinating colors. It's a really pretty stripe and floral. This is like note paper. It's really cute. And this one has like a really subtle design on the edges there. So sometimes my lights are too much. Sometimes they're not enough, and sometimes they're too much, depending on the sheet of paper, right? Polka dots and stripes and more polka dots. Super cute. Then we even have mix and match ephemera sayings. Those are really handy to have. Alrighty, what do we have here? Any of these, the array of dots, that's all as part of a sweet, 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 not sweet, but I think I showed those earlier maybe. The in color dots, these are really pretty. Those ones actually we were using on this project here. And no new adhesives, just our old faves coming back again. The new impressions plate here, Stampin' Positioner, of course. And then we also have some really cool new stencil sheets. So these ones are, where are they? Here they are. Water and dotted lined decorative masks is what they call them. You can use them with the embossing paste, which are really fun kind of mixed media tools. You can put that paste and use these like a stencil, because these are really high quality, thick stencils. I can't even tell you, but it's like really good quality. Like you can feel how thick it is. One is this dotted design, and then one is this really cool water design, or sand if you wanted to. And at our conference we made this card here with just a little bit of Lost Lagoon ink stenciled on there, and it was really fun. So those dots are in the background, and then this water is in the foreground there. So if you're a person who loves stenciling, this is awesome. And these are 12 inch by 12 inch for the inside part. So this border is actually even larger than 12 inch by 12 inch. And you can stencil a whole page for your scrapbook if you want. Or you can do it in a pattern so it's coming in from the sides or something like that. Or maybe it's just featured in the middle and kind of fades as it goes out. You've got some Stampin' Spot assortments. Those ones are new as well. And remember those shimmer brushes. Everyone's going to want those, right? So if you purchase those, you will definitely get a free card club from me. And that's just, you know, with those beautiful shimmer brushes. And then we've got our ink pads and all of our ink color. And that's our catalog. So what do you think? Pretty amazing what they can fit into a quite small catalog, really, in comparison to what we had in the past. Oh, you know what I skipped over? I skipped over ordering it too. But there's also a new, where is it? It's a new, there it is. Page 71. We've got new white gel pens, and I got to use them when I was, where was I? Vegas. No. Long Beach. Long Beach. That's where I was. I got to use it there, and it is so beautiful. So we've had other gel pens in the past. This one glides really, really nice. So this is my freehand writing, actually. And it flows really nicely. You just want to make sure you're not putting it vertical on the page. It has to be kind of at an angle. But I think you're going to find that this one is a really beautiful look. There's also these black journaling pens, which are really nice too. Okay, so what's at the top of your list? Is it like me, where you've just got your eyes for sparkles? You love sparkles? Yeah, maybe. What is catching your eye? The new in colors? Are you getting the new papers, the new pads? Are you stocking up on some designer series papers? Do you want to do a designer series paper share or a product share? Just reach out. Let me know what you want to do, and I'm here for you to try and make it happen. So I really thank you for joining me, because this was kind of an impromptu. I've been trying to get to this for a little bit, a couple weeks, but it's been a little bit busy. So now we've done it. You can make your cards, and you can give out your cards, and you can see the new in colors, play with them, with doing some color matching and color, sorry, I'm showing it to my desktop camera. You can do some color matching and mixing and matching and making some new color coordinations, and get inspired. Will you tell me those two, which colors that you like putting these together as? I have a way that I think Stampin' Up! Does a little sheet as well. So if you want some inspiration, just write me a message and I can get that information from Stampin' Up! As well. They put together some little color combos that they really like as well. So I hope that you're leaving inspired, maybe with a wish list a mile long. Remember, if your wish list is a mile long, consider getting the Demonstrator Starter Kit, which is an awesome deal. $165 of product. You only pay $135. You don't pay any shipping. You don't pay any GST. And until the end of May, so another 5 more days, you actually get the 5 new ink pads, which is a $90 value. And you don't pay shipping or tax on those either. So really, the value goes up to like almost, I don't know, it must be like $275 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I'll do the math if you really want to know how much you're saving, but it's an awesome deal. So think about that as well, okay? Demonstrator Starter Kit. It's there for everyone, no matter what you want to do with it, okay? It doesn't have to be you doing online classes and shipping product all over the country and projects all over the country. It can just be you getting a discount, you stamping with some friends, and inspiring others in a very like immediate way as well, like very direct way as well. So don't discount that, don't disregard it, because it's there for you, and I hope you take advantage of that deal. So thanks again, everyone. I hope to stamp with you again very soon.